Gang, what's happening, y'all? So I was checking my emails today, man, and I came across a good one, man. This is from a guy named Caesar. Caesar is 27 out of Philadelphia. Shout out to the city of brotherly love, man. I've only been there one time, but I had a good time, so shout out to Philly. Let's see what you got here, man. 27. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm having a hard time out here in Philly getting a date. You're having a hard time out in Philly getting a date. How so? Seems like the chick not interested. It's even gotten to the point where I've hired a dating coach. A dating coach? Man. I don't mean to laugh, bro, but look here, bro. A dating coach? That's a little extreme, bro. I mean, like PUAs and all of those shit. Look, man. I've seen PUAs down in Miami, bro. They're all in the clubs, and a lot of those guys, bro, are really paying for content. A lot of that shit that you see, you know, they're walking up to random girls, bro. The shit be staged, right? They need wins to promote, you know, whatever fucking course or whatever he has you into. I can tell you right now, bro, you do not need a fucking dating coach. What you need is some confidence, right? I was going to ask you how these chicks aren't interested, but being that you just said something about a dating coach, I'm pretty sure it's probably you're not that confident. There's no dating coach that's going to get you confident. And I'm just going to be honest, I can give you some tips on how to become confident, but I'm not going to tell you that I can just get you a million dates, right? Success comes with practice, man. It's just like a sport, man. With repetition, man, it comes performance enhancement. So you just need practice, bro. But you know, saying back to the confidence thing, right, bro? Women can sense when a man's not confident. I don't know what it is about them, but they can sense it, right? They just have this innate feeling. They can. Oh, so say this, right? Women are followers. In a sense, what I mean by that is women don't intend on leading interactions. They just follow. They go with the flow. Pretty much is what I'm saying. So anytime there's an interaction, especially with someone that they don't know, they're going to go with the flow. So say, for instance, if you introduce yourself or you say something, right, they're typically just going to respond, right? They may be engaged, they may not, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to respond, right? And that's one thing that you have to know going into the interaction, right? You can't expect for a woman to, especially in 2026, to just walk up to you and start carrying on a conversation. You have to be that, you have to be the hunter, so to speak, right? Not saying that they're prey, but hey, you have to make the approach. And the thing about conversation is the hardest part to it about an interaction with a woman is getting to the dialogue stage. It reminds me of back when I was in school and stuff in English class and I had to write a paper, right? And say, for instance, I'd have subjects to my paper, each paragraph, right? I have a topic and then I need the supporting details, right? Those supporting details are the dialogue that I'm talking about in the conversation, right? Say, for instance, if you have a subject that you initiate with, whatever it may be, where you're from, what do you like to do? What are some of your favorite things? Whatever it is, bro. Supporting details. He responds. You respond from her response. Just carrying on conversation. That's how interactions go, right? They respond, you continue the conversation, right? That's the hardest part for most people to get with. And it's oftentimes, man, it's just 'cause dudes be in their head, right? They're just so enamored with this chick's beauty or almost starstruck, right? A lot of dudes just get scared. And when they freeze up, that freeze up will kill a situation. It will kill a situation. And most of the times dudes do that when they're too far in their head, right? You just have to relax, breathe, right? One of the things that I can tell you that will build confidence is working out, bro. Say to 27, I don't know how your active life is, but I would say working out, bro, it's just like you look better, you feel better. So that should help out a lot. And like I said, just practice, bro. Just like normal conversations. You have to take the I'm attracted to this person, she's gorgeous, everything that's just gonna make her seem bigger than the situation. You have to take that shit out of your mind. I can't believe it. My teachers just, you gotta take that shit out of your mind and just focus on having a normal conversation with a normal person, right? Once you get to that point, it's pretty much simple from there. You have conversation, get to know a little bit, and then you don't want to keep someone holding on forever, right? You don't want to have that 30-minute conversation. You want to close it up, but just show your interest, right? AKA get the information. That's all it is to it, bro. You don't need no fucking dating coach to sign you up for a fucking, I don't know how much you paying monthly, but you don't need a subscription for that, right? I just gave you the rundown of every single interaction you're going to have. Now, you will come across different personalities, different interests, right? You'll come across a lot of differences, but if you take the same style of approach, which is just have normal conversation, you don't need no fucking lines, no bullshit game. All that shit is trash, and it's gonna come to a point where that may work a time or two, but then you're gonna get to the point where you get to someone and that shit just, it don't matter, right? They're not hearing that shit, right? You just gotta build the confidence, and the only way you're gonna build confidence is through repetition, right? But things that can help build confidence, like I said, working out, getting you some hobbies, right? If you need tips on places to go to potentially get a date, right? Shit outside of the club, shit that I know for a fact works because I've been to these places in multiple states and in multiple countries. I can make a video on that, but just build your confidence up and start knocking that shit out the park. If it's not the confidence thing and you're just not attracted to the types of chicks that you're seeing, hey man, don't be afraid to leave that nest, man. Shit, I did. Even though Nashville was cool, but I left for other reasons, right? Business was more important for me. But don't be afraid to leave the nest, man, because you never know. One for you, she may be in another city, maybe in another state. You don't never know if you're stuck in the same place. So don't be afraid to venture out, man, if you're having that much unsuccessfulness or that much of a hard time. Like I said, I would tell you, kill the PUA or whatever that shit is, that subscription, save that money, just start taking trips, right? Another thing that'll help is if you practice in another area, right? Just man, I'm talking about weekend trips, right? Become a weekend warrior. You in Philly, head down to DC, head up to New York, right? Times Square is a perfect place. A lot of activity. It's going to be a lot of baddies. Trust me. I done been on Times Square one too many times. Don't go to that subway. Disgusting. But if it's nightclubs, man, it's still the same concept, right? Normal conversation. It's just that you shouldn't have high expectations of it going anywhere beyond just the normal interactions from a club block. Because oftentimes, chicks that go to the club, bro, not saying all chicks, but most of the chicks who go to the club, man, they're here for a good time, bro. Not for a long time. They're getting a lot of interactions, right? Especially if they look like something, right? You got club bouncers, you got bartenders, you got regular patrons, you got the players, the parking lot, whatever you want to call them. They're getting a lot of different interactions, and if they're going on a normal basis, right, their phone's probably flooded, DMs probably flooded. So just keep that in mind, right? Not to say don't have fun, but if it sounds like you're 27, so it sounds like you're trying to look for something special. And not saying that it can't happen, but good chances are you ain't gonna find nothing special in a club, my guy. So hopefully this advice helps you, man. Again, I can touch on more of this, man, if you just send me a reply. And kill the dating advice from that pickup coach and all that shit, because most of that stuff be a facade. and just focus on confidence, right? Like I said, the concept that you want to think of is just have a normal conversation, bro. Women, they're not aliens, right? They're human beings just like you. When they put that makeup on, man, get the hair, toes, nails, all that kind of shit done, it may put them in it may enhance their beauty to an extent, but bro, it's still the same person, right? Her interests aren't going to change. Her personality's not going to change just because she didn't turn up her look. Same OG. Just remember, wins, confidence is king. When it comes to a woman, just hold a normal conversation, bro. If you want to get to know her for real, you can just start off with really anything, bro. It's not that complicated. Just anything, just to get the conversation going. Ask her something about herself, right? She's going to respond. That's their game, response. They're not going to initiate. They're not going to carry on. 98% of women are not going to carry on a conversation. Why should they? When, like I said, especially if they look like something, they have guys who are dying for conversation. Probably in those DMs, probably on those text messages. So you have to be the one to seize the opportunity when you get it. All right, my guy, man. I'm rooting for you, Caesar. I appreciate the reach out, man, and hopefully some of this helps you. But kill that dating coach, man. That ain't nothing. All right, man. Until the next one, man. Peace.